CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The lights of downtown. Before we get going,
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Batum. Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. Now here's Lillard. Dishes it to Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. And the layup's good off the glass. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Now, here's Lillard. From deep three-point range. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. And even 3-on-3 break. Ibaka against Nurkic. George looking around. Drills the three-pointer.
And right now, the torture chamber that Paul George has put the defense in is paying off for his team.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Now here's Batum. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, leaving nothing to chance there. Ibaka goes up strong and finishes with a little attitude.
Lillard, the pass to Covington to stop the run. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist from Covington.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. George finds Morris. Now here's Beverly. Back to Morris. Over Collins. Hits the front of the rim and out. And here's Lillard, who brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Trailing by 2. And the dunk by Covington.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now here's Beverly. And here's George for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Lillard outside. 1:27 left in the first quarter of the game.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And Batum kicks to Ibaka. Pass to Beverly. I'm watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the first. Pass to Covington. Here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Collins. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers leading by 3. George from deep three-point land. The quick look, no good that time. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. It's Powell on the wing. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Lillard. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Lillard's got 5.
That's the strength of Lillard's game right there. Gorgeous arc, too, on that jump shot. Up in the air a little bit more.
George dishes to Morris. From outside the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. For Portland, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Lillard. Back to Collins. Passes to Nurkic. Here's Lillard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The deep 3 from George. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead, up by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's...
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Jones, Ande Hollis Jefferson out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is Ibaka, following the miss by C.J. McCollum over Anthony, and foul on. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this, and he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Clippers making a change here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubats is checked in, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team. Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Basket good.
Well, he's just so good as C.J. McCollum at when to put the ball down on the floor and penetrate to the inside.
McCollum against Jackson. Nobody near Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Anthony. Kicks to Cantor. Here's the lob to the hoop. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Jackson looking around. Leonard against Anthony. Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Jackson's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. He kicks to Cantor. McCollum outside. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. That one goes. Count it. 2 now for Portland.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Now here's Cousins. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's Portland with the rebound.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Jones against Jackson. Cantor kicks to Anthony. Wants to get it to Hollis Jefferson, and does.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Kennard on the wing. And it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Leonard looking over the floor. Here's the pass to Zubats. Cousins trying to free himself up. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Portland with the ball. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Here's Powell. The dish to Lillard. That's tipped. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Nurkic. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
And stolen by Lillard. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. There's 10 seconds left in the first half. Up again, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got 5.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, as he gets into his 30s, can Lillard be even... And that's a wrap with the third quarter of...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. Trailblazers leading by 4. In the corner, Powell with it. They get the rebound. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Clock at 6. Here's George. And the shot falls short this time. For Portland, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. And Collins is right there. Collins has got his first basket.
Collins with a good read there and laser focused on where he could get to collect the offensive board.
From deep, George. And Ibaka kicks to George. Connects from three-point range. George has got 9.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Powell. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Beverly finds George. Here's the 3. And it's George again missing.
The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Three-pointer, Lillard. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Collins passes to Pop. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Powell's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. George dishes to Ibaka, and he gets the bucket. That's 7 points for Serge Ibaka.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Beverly against Lillard. Back to Collins. Offline with his 3. Clippers trail by 5. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. From deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Covington with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Powell for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Powell's got 7 points in the game.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
1:10 left in the third. Three-pointer. Morris, no good. Trailblazers leading by 8. And here they go. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. 52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jackson kicks to Kennard. From outside, off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Now McCollum, he has 5. Lobs it up for Cantor.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Trailblazers as they end the 3rd quarter on a 12-4 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, C.J. McCollum out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Anthony in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. McCollum outside. Tries again. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Trailblazers lead by 13. McCollum against Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard for 3. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
McCollum against Jackson. McCollum passes to Jones. Back to McCollum. Shoots over Leonard. Misses off the left iron. Clippers trail by 10. 18 feet out. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And that's now 7 points for Leonard.
That's a quick move, and that's a soft touch. That's mid-range opportunities for Kawhi Leonard to cash in on.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. So, for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Lets it go from the wing, and that one goes long. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Timeout.
And we all know what a tough cover Kawhi has become. The defender got caught in a bad position and is kicking himself for it now.
Now a timeout called by Portland. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Collins comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Robert Covington's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Jones. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. George is checked in. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Thanks, David. Rondo against Lillard, and it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard left side.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Leonard against Covington. Leonard dishes to Rondo. To the inside. Morris. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
And an intentional foul right there. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. Rondo looking around. Pass to Leonard. Outside, George. Again, the Clippers.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, a huge shot at this moment in the game.
Here's Lillard. He dishes it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. They need this one. It doesn't go for him.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Collins. And it's Derek Jones in for Robert Covington. Cantor kicks to Lillard. And it's blocked.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
George with no one around. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 4. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter of this one. Trailblazers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Here's Lillard. 55 seconds left in the fourth. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Outside Leonard. Ibaka outside. Wide open. That one off the back iron and out.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Here's Lillard. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
George passes to Beverly. Back to George. Oh, missed it. And they go to the intentional foul. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that gives them the lead.
Now, for a guy who entered the league as a terrific free throw shooter, Damian Lillard is now among the elite of the elite from the stripe.
Yeah, free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. From deep, George. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High. The starters. For the Portland Trailblazers, they've got Norman Powell. Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Lillard in at the point. And for the Nuggets, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Murray. The shot missing, and it's Portland the other way.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Here's Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. And he makes that one.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Watch Murray.
Lillard against Murray. Lob pass to Gordon. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Lillard against Morris. Lillard, the pass to Giles. Denver grabs the miss.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's McGee penetrating. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Now here's Lillard to the paint. Outside Covington. Back to Powell. The shot by Lillard wide open. Another shot, and Nurkic finishes inside.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Lillard against Morris. Passes it to Bull. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Rivers against Lillard. Covington with the steal. Millsap with the steal. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming year. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Here's Morris. The Blazers getting the bucket. He gets it in there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in work.
Now, here's Lillard. High post, Nurkic. Back to Lillard. From deep. The long distance three is buried. Lillard's got 5.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Morris inside. Covered by Lillard. Pass to McGee. Outside for Millsap. Clock is at 3. Shoots over Covington. Millsap misses. Trailblazers leading by 6. Powell, no one around him. Offensive rebound. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. Dishes it to McGee. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Anthony. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Bull with it. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the... Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard's range, wow, he discussed.
When I'm training in summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Will Barton is out there with Murray. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. McCollum from deep three-point land. Down low. Back to Kanter. Uncovered. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Barton finds Porter. Here's Jokic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. The pass to Carmelo. 4 on the clock. Portland moving the ball around. Kanter. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Nuggets trail by 4. Porter with it. Now Anthony defending. And Jokic slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Pass to Jones. Back to McCollum. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
A player of McCollum's size anticipates contact on the drive, which sets him up to outsmart him.
Here's Murray, and McCollum with the block. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Cantor kicks to Jones. Passes it to McCollum. Outside Anthony. From deep three-point range. McCollum no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And that one's good. Barton.
One of the best passing bigs the league has to offer. If you're open, Jokic will find you.
Murray against McCollum. Lobs it up for Cantor. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Barton, no luck. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's McCollum. A minute 50 left to play here in the half. Jones dishes to McCollum. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Count that one. Jokic has got 6 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. Lillard attacking. Oh, wow!
Nice! Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Murray surveying the D. It's good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
44 seconds left now here in the second. Lillard attacking, and it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Porter finds Murray. Here's Jokic. Murray outside. Pass to Barton. Now here's Murray. 5 to shoot. Goes back up. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm?
Denver shooting their first foul shot of the game. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. 12 seconds left to play in the first half. Here is Lillard. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was a shaky first quarter for Denver. They wasted no time putting themselves in a difficult situation. And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell, and it's Covington in at the 3. 6 to shoot. Lillard against Murray. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. It's a 1-point game, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Murray against Lillard. That one good for 2. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Here's Lillard, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So crafty to drive into the rim. Whether it's scoring or getting to the line, Lillard simply makes the play.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. No free throws good from Lillard.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. In the corner, Murray with it. Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Murray. Jokic against Collins. And it's Jokic missing. Portland trailing here. Now Powell, and the pass to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. Murray dishes to Rivers. Back to Murray. Inside. Gordon kicks to Murray. Shoots over Lillard. Gordon the pass to Rivers. Jokic trying to free himself up. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's Collins. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Murray. Makes it off the glass. Murray's got 9.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Here's Lillard. And it's Denver with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
There's a minute 40 left in the third quarter. Rivers kicks to McGee. Morris looking over the floor. Rivers gets a wide open look. Denver gets it back. Here's McGee, and he banks in the layup. And it's a 3-point Nugget lead.
Specialty of McGee's. I mean, he's a high-activity guy who's opportunistic on the offensive glass.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Giles. Back to McCollum. From deep. The Trailblazers rebound. Giles the pass to Cannon. And he lays it straight in.
Embracing physical contact on the way up. Cantor seems to enjoy scoring right on the defense.
Rivers with it. Millsap down low. Anthony on him. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Millsap. Bull's got the lead up to 3 now for Denver.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Here's McCollum. Drains it from 17 feet out. McCollum's got 6.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rivers finds Morris. Millsap with it. Passes it to Bull. Here's Rivers. Off target with his 3. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's McCollum. And it's, yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Trailblazers lead by 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Morris is out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Bull in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Here's McGee. Bucket is good. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops.
Cullen passes to Carmelo. No good that time. And the Nuggets going the other way. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Back to Gordon. Shoots from the right block, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He said we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks.
He's a volume 3-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
McCollum against Murray. Outside Gordon. Now here's Barton. He's tightly guarded. It's stolen by Jones. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Getting to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
Here's Murray up on top. He's guarded by McCollum. Barton kicks to Jokic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Jones. 5 on the clock. Cullen passes to Giles. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
So unpredictable in the pick and roll. Love watching McCollum size up the defense and make the right decision.
And he commits the intentional foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Damian Lillard in for McCollum. Murray dishes to Gordon. Back to Murray. Beyond the arc. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. To present the New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Cantor checked in for Portland. Lillard against Murray. Lillard, right side. Dish now to Nurkic, and there it is for him. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Well, this is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes a chance to take important shots.
Outside Gordon. There's the 3. That shot missing. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Powell kicks to Nurkic. The pass to Lillard. 1:07 left in the game.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Murray against Lillard. The kick out to Barton. Now here's Murray. Tight defense on him.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there. Doing everything he can to rally his team.
Murray against Lillard. 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Pops it up for... And that's a rugged play.
Gracious. Look at Enes Kanter maintaining that competitive energy. Finds a big shot to keep them in it.
And Murray. Here we go. Here's Gordon. Porter passes to Murray. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Nurkic. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the... The bronze likeness of Lake. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Jamal Murray. Porter is out there with Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. And for the Clippers, they've got Morris. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. Now, here is Morris. And here's Beverley. Back to Morris. Over Gordon. Shot clock at 6. George finds Morris. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And a wide open look for Porter. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Los Angeles. Oh, Morris in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's George following the score by Jamal Murray. George. Porter pulls it in. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Gordon's running. Ball's knocked loose. He kicks it to Porter. Back to Gordon. Batum against Barton. Off with the layup. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jokic with the bucket.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Here's Beverley following the basket by Jokic. And that one's good. Beverley.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverley finding a driving lane and finishing.
Murray against Beverley. Murray dishes to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. Here's Murray. Rebound by the Clippers. A shot by George. Wide open. They grab their own miss. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Murray. Pass to Gordon. Great talkers over the years. Trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence, and so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that.
And here's George following the 3 from Will Barton. George passes to Zubac. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. Always eager to shoot the three, and on the fast break, he knows it's going to be there for him.
Clippers with the ball, following the three from Will Barton. Barton against George. To the middle. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Zubac. A shot's good on the assist by George.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. From deep, George. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Barton, no luck.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
George looking over the floor.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
We've got Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the 3 slot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Pass to Cousins. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
That one goes in.
Austin Rivers knows how to navigate through defenses, puts the ball on the deck and gets to his spot.
Outside Leonard. Ibaka right side. Cousins trying to free himself up. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Ibaka.
Well, how about the frame and the concentration of Serge Ibaka? What an interior finish that was.
To the inside. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Millsap.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Jackson finds Leonard. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Denver leading by 4 and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Bull. Banked in off the glass.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Leonard against Rivers. Left side Leonard. High post to Ibaka. Cousins inside. Kicks it out to Leonard. That one doesn't drop. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
And stolen by Cousins. Millsap with the steal. Here's McGee. And the call. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Clippers trail by 4. And stolen by Bull. And Millsap snaps it in.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
They get a hand on it. Jackson against Morris. Here's Bull. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw this game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Now here's Leonard. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, Kawhi Leonard is a career 85% free throw shooter. You do not want to put him at the line.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Clock at 6. Gordon. Back to Jokic. Unloads from 13. And it's Denver scoring again.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
52 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Leonard on the wing. Martin defending. Leonard dishes to Cousins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line. Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter. The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Stolen by Zubac. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Launches it. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. They're outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Morris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Right side, Leonard. Over Jokic. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Gotta like what Will Barton has done in this game.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the little things, the intangibles, that make a big difference.
No, for sure. And you can tell he enjoys doing those things that sometimes don't show up in the box score.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Murray. And it's Porter and at the small forward. Beverly against Murray. Platoon passes to Beverly. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this here at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Batum dishes to Morris. Porter against Batum. Wide open look here for Zubac. Offline with the baseline jumper. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks.
Well, this guy's ability to attack and be aggressive. Patrick Beverley in the painted area.
Murray against Beverley. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 6.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Beverley feeling it out a bit. Now the pass to Zubac. 6 to shoot. Morris trying to free himself up, and with that, the Denver lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Zubac.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Beverley against Murray. Jokic on top. Now here's Murray. D right on him. Gordon finds Jokic 11 feet away, and it's Murray. That time on the assist by Jokic. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Dozier's checked in, and it's Rivers in for Barton. Now here's Rivers. To the wing on the left. Dozier kicks to Gordon. Passes to Dozier. Shoots the 3. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Clippers trail by 5. The 3 from George. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Right side, Gordon. And they double up Gordon. Some solid defense there from Jackson. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And Denver has possession after the miss from Serge Ibaka. Jokic passes to Dozier. Gordon inside. Morris is there. Out to the wing. Campazzo. No good off the back of the rim.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Man passes to Jackson. On the wing, George. To the paint for the tie. It's tipped. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Rivers with it. George pick. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Here's George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 7.
Now you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
The third quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 4. And we'll have the start And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's man in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And to me, it's never easy trying to guard Serge Ibaka. This guy is such a powerful player who is not afraid to mix it up.
Here's Morris. Sinks that one from the post. Clippers trail by 4. Pass to Jackson. On the wing, George. He's guarded by Rivers. And George kicks to Jackson. Morris passes to George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You got to love the penetration by Paul George. He's really quick on his feet, and the defense cannot handle him right now.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Marcus Morris. The Nuggets also changing it up. Will Barton, he's checked in for Rivers. And Murray subbed in for Monte Morris. Murray finds Millsap. Murray surveying the D. Pass to McGee. Barton outside. Off target from outside. And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles. A 2-point game.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And stolen by Barton. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Murray with the ball.
Can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the Jets in the open floor.
Leonard with the ball. And there's the pass to Zubac. And the Clippers miss again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Bol dishes to Barton. He feeds it to Bol. Outside Millsap. From deep three-point range, Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6. Here's George. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
Barton kicks to Murray. Back to Barton. Shot on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. No good on the triple. Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's George. He gets that one. George has got 11 points here in just the second half.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And so here's Denver. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Terrific anticipation by him, and that's why he's out on the court.
And stolen by Barton. Wide open look here for Murray. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Barton passes to McGee for 3. Murray, a putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Leonard, the pass to Cousins. Yes!
No moment ever too big for the big man DeMarcus Cousins. Go ahead, sir.
Nuggets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. They're of 9. Murray against Leonard. Now, here's Bull. Defense is right there. 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. They get it again. And McGee kicks to Murray. Outside Millsap. Denver gets it back. Passes it to Barton. The tray. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. From deep, George. And Bull pulls it down. McGee dishes to Barton. Back to McGee. From deep. Can't get it to fall. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, we've got Patrick Beverley. Ibaka is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Mann in at the 2 spot. Here's Mann. Step back shot. Feeds it to Cousins. Just 5 on the clock, and he uses the glass on the layup.
If you thought that was an easy score for DeMarcus, you're right. He has endless moves to work with in the painted area.
Now, here's Lillard. The pass to Jones. Launches it. That one doesn't go. Now, here's Beverly. Pass to Cousins. Fires from deep. Mann can't hit. Collins with it. Leonard picks him up. And Lillard kicks to Jones. Lillard against Beverly. Right at the free throw line. Count it.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Mann. Tried to fade back in there, but it's off the mark. Three-pointer, Lillard. They get it back, and Covington stays with it.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Covington wide open. He fires. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Covington's got 5 now.
And this is what Covington is known for, effective at stretching the floor with his outside shooting.
Beverly finds Leonard. Shot to stop the run. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Lillard from outside. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Pass to Mann. Now Cousins. He's guarded by Nurkic. Clippers moving the ball around. 3-on-3. Here's Jones, and Jones slams it home.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Poked loose and stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Beverly the pass to Ibaka. And the Clippers miss again. And here's Portland. Good momentum, 14 straight points. Lillard, right side. Jones with the bounce pass. Kicks it out to Covington. Lillard outside. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Nurkic can't hit.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Cousins, the pass to Mann. That 3 off the mark. Portland leading by 12. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard way outside. Tips it, and Collins is right there.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Here's Mann. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Good on the bucket.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard the pass to Covington. Lillard with it. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be... Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy usually...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Mann in at the shooting guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Simons. Dishes to McCollum. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound. Anthony kicks to McCollum. And another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
Paul George is checked in for Los Angeles.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Portland leading by 16. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. George against McCollum. Wide open look. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Cantor, the pass to Simons. Back to Cantor. McCollum against George. Cantor inside. Now the pass to Powell. Good on the three-point shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Cantor, excellent with that read.
George. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Here's Cantor. Powell dishes to McCollum. Over George. And Cantor able to finish.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, D.A.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Passes it to Simons. Now Cantor. Batum grabs the miss. And here's George for three. It's good from long range. George has got 6.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
McCollum against George. Inside. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 15. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And George kicks to Jackson. 36 seconds left in the second quarter. And the dunk by Jackson.
That quick burst off the pick allows Jackson to separate and get the look he wants.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Takes a 3. And another 3 for Portland. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 16. Pass to Zubac. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Here is Lillard. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we've reached halftime in this one. Portland out in front. They lead by 13. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 9 points, and he does. That's all for now.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Jones. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Here's the dish to Cousins. Leonard looking over the floor. He kicks it to Beverly. Shoots over Lillard. Just 4 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer. Ibaka, no luck. Knocked away. It's stolen by Ibaka. Comes up empty down low.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Lillard outside. He dishes it to Nurkic. He feeds it to Collins. Covington kicks to Jones. Kicks it out to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. Offensive rebound. Shakes him. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Nurkic has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Trailblazers. Beverly finds Leonard. It's stolen by Jones. Covington with it. Leonard picks him up. Covington passes to Jones. To the left wing. Lillard against Cousins. From deep three-point range, Nurkic. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Covington against Leonard. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be. And don't kid yourself about Cousins. He has the ability to see the whole floor, and he's willing to share the wealth.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Nurkic against Zubac. Shot clock at 5. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Buries it from three-point range. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his second.
George dishes to Batum. The shot's good.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Trailblazers leading by 16. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside, Jones. Out left to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's George. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. 8 points for him.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Lillard against Jackson. Left side, Collins. Fades and shoots. No good that time. Clippers trail by 14. Morris passes to Zubac. Kicks it to George. It's stolen by Jones. Lillard finds Jones. Outside Collins. Lillard looking around. Portland moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
And as we end the third quarter. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum. And it's Morris in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. George passes to Zubac. A second chance effort. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jackson misses. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And George, here we go. Zubac, the best of Jackson. Outside for George. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. McCollum dishes to Anthony. For the 3. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Here's McCollum. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. Jackson with the bounce pass. Morris outside. Outside Jackson. Now the feed to Batum. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Simons, the pass to McCollum. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Here's Simons. Pass to Powell. Cantor with it. Shot clock at 6. Releases from 15. The shot by Powell, no good. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
I loved him being aggressive right there. DeMarcus is a big target at the rim.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth. Nurkic checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. And here are the Trailblazers now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump, and it's not going well.
Man passes to Ibaka. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka early in his career. We're seeing it again now.
1:11 left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Beverly. The pass to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Nurkic. And stolen by Cousins. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard, no luck. Cousins against Lillard. Dishes it to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 13. Leonard against Powell. Outside Leonard. Ibaka outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Back to Powell. Down low. And stolen by Cousins. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. Ibaka looking for an opening. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Got Murray, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Porter in at the 3. And for Portland, Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Covington in at the small forward position. Passes to Nurkic. Covington dishes to Lillard. From deep. Here's Nurkic. Second shot opportunity, and the shot goes in.
Excellent job by Nurkic to go right into the defense and get hit. Then he buries the shot.
Portland shooting their first free throw of the game here. Now Barton. Outside Porter. Barton kicks to Murray. At the elbow, Jokic, Barton, and Jones sends it back. Covington into the lane. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Trailblazers. It's Porter outside. And Jones pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's been a slow start here for Denver. It's a 5-point game.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. A shot by Lillard, wide open. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
Well, Lillard and Steph Curry, we talk about their unlimited range on display that time from Damian.
There's the pass to Gordon. Near the 3-point line, it's Porter. And again, Denver no good.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. 5 on the clock. Takes it out to Covington. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Now Jokic after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. And the shot is good.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
1:58 left here in the first quarter. Now here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. 3-pointer. Denver grabs the miss.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Now here's Murray. No points in the game yet for him. It's Barton on the wing, beyond the arc. The Nuggets with a new 14. Denver passing it around.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Jones tips it back in.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Now here's Murray. And the pass to Jokic from downtown. Gets a hand on it. And Murray with the second chance points.
And Jamal Murray showing that he's capable moving without the ball to find some points.
Here's Lillard. He's got 5. Covington kicks to Lillard. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Portland out in front, leading by 6. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot.
Can't allow that much separation, even as the pass is coming his way. Try and crowd Carmelo as best you can.
Now, here is Morris. He kicks it to Rivers. Fires it up. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Bull. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it. Here's McGee, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Nuggets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Trailblazers leading by 5. A nice shot by Simons. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Bounce pass from Morris. Here's Millsap. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Hey, look over the defense. You find an opportunity inside the lane. It's good work by Paul Millsap.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
Morris with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. McGee up top. Back to Morris. Clock at 6. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from McGee.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen, to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Simons. Anthony finds McCollum. Back to Anthony. McCollum against Rivers. Basket counts.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Bull. McCollum against Rivers. Out to Morris. There's the triple. But they'll get another chance. Back to Rivers. Goes up again. McGee, the pass to Millsap. Drills it from outside. Millsap's got 5.
A reliable three-point shooter as his career has gone on. Much different than his early days in Utah.
Passes it to Simons. And here's Canner. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Cullen passes to Simons. A baseline J. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 5 rebounds tonight. Rivers kicks to Millsap. Here's Bull over Anthony. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Bull.
A good decision-making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific feat.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Releases, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Nuggets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. The pass to Barton. Over Jones. Murray surveying the D. The putback. Gordon. Great positioning on the putback. Gordon's got the game tied up here for Denver.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. And no doubt that C.J. McCollum's a great player all the time. But Shaq, that's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nuggets shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. We've got Aaron Gordon. Will Barton is out there with Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. Gordon finds Murray for the lead. And the rebound by Nurkic. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Brady, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
Murray outside. Gordon finds Barton. Murray against Lillard. Murray, no good. Portland leading. Jones looking for an opening. Three-pointer, Lillard drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
Now there's another way Lillard can beat you off the ball. Great timing on the catch and shoot.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Murray, the pass to Barton. Lets it go with the three.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Lillard against Murray. And the wide open shot from Green. And another miss by Denver.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Lillard misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic, looking to end the run, and it's good. 2 points. 6 points for him.
Mid-range game as Jokic spotted himself up and drilled that one.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. There's 1:26 left to play in the third. Shot clock at 5. Back to Canner. Stolen by McGee. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
One thing about Porter Jr. you talk about is consistency, and that is just not on the floor. It's about his health and availability to his team so he can show off the multi-talented game he does have.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. McCollum passes to Simons. Kicks it to McCollum. McGee with the block.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
But they recover it. And a wide open look for Porter. Drops in the tray. Porter's got 6.
You feel like there's nowhere on the floor where you can really get away from Michael Porter Jr. 3-ball goes that time.
Pass to Nurkic. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Six to shoot. It's Powell on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession. And then CJ getting slick.
Morris dishes the ball. Shoots a fader, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. It's Porter outside. Porter can't get that one to fall.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And Kanter throws it down.
And while not a huge leaper, Kanter does have enough length and athleticism to make a play like that simple.
And here is Morris. Dishes it to McGee. Millsap down low. He's guarded by McCollum. Bull the pass to McGee.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the...
That one is off.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Gordon's checked in for Bull. Barton comes in for Paul Millsap. And Murray's subbed in for Morris. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. McCollum outside. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Anthony's checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. Murray outside. Barton kicks to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Jokic inside. He's against Kanter.
Well, he usually knocks those shots down with ease. Defense got very fortunate there because they gave him way too much room to get that one off.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
So for the Trailblazers, Zach Collins checked in for Anthony. Robert Covington comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He said he just wants them to play faster. It feels like they've been too lackadaisical with the ball, and that their aggressiveness just isn't there right now. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And Jokic likes physical play. Greg, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Lillard, right side. The dish to Jones. Back to Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists now in this one.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
Now Murray to the middle. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Boy, they needed that one. And Gordon delivers. His productive habits really paid off there.
Lillard outside. Count it. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Murray against Lillard. Floats it up for Jokic. Covington with the steal. Here's Jones. And jammed down. And he goes right on top of Aaron Gordon.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Green, he's checked in for Porter.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Jamal Murray wants it, and he got it.
There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Lillard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so the coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's called about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
It drops, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Yeah, this game is not over when Jamal Murray is still able to play.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Here's Lillard. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. Spectacular. And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena. And the Clippers starting five. Pocket is out there with the Ibiza. Zubats. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Batum in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, they've got Porter. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Jackson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Jokic with the steal. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Jokic kicks to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Murray, the pass to Porter. And the 3 off target. Here's the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Leonard, no luck.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
A three from Leonard. Rebound by Murray. Denver's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Barton, wide open. He fires. Good on the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Again, Leonard missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Three-pointer, Barton, another three for Denver.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Again, Leonard missing.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Murray, good.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Barton, no luck. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. A shot by Batum, no good. On offense, here are the Nuggets. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Offensive rebound. Murray outside. There's the pass to Porter. From past the arc. Denver gets it back. Murray kicks to Porter. For three. He's off on that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, this guy is such a physical presence. Kawhi, phenomenal at finishing on the post. Possesses great touch and great length.
Murray against Zubac. The Nuggets with another miss. Jackson passes to Leonard. Good on the three-point shot. Leonard's got 5 points so far. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Gordon finds Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Jackson has the open look. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Now, here's Jokic. Murray outside. Jokic inside. Zubac's defending. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson passes to Batum. Leonard on the wing. Back to Batum. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Gordon with no one around, and that one released in time, but no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
they set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the 4 spot.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now Beverly, after the missed 3 from JaVale McGee. Beverly against Green. Pass to George from deep 3-point range. Denver grabs the miss. Millsap passes to McGee. Green kicks to Bull. And here's Millsap from the arc. Morris dishes to McGee. To the paint. Here's Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And George, here we go. Count that bucket.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Now, here is Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Bull, the pass to Millsap. Now here's Green, defended by Beverly. Green kicks to Bull. A 3 from Morris. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
From deep, George. George missing again. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Denver. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. The offensive rebound, McGee. Morris dishes to Millsap. Morris kicks to Green. Here's Bull. McGee, the pass to Bull. Outside for Millsap. Green inside the 3-point line. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. And George, here we go.
You got to love the penetration by Paul George. He's really quick on his feet, and the defense cannot handle him right now.
It's his first trip to the line.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint.
That was nice, guys. The determination, the toughness, not going to shy away from the boards.
It's good. This game is all even. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. McGee trying to break free. Second chance shot. Campazzo. They get it back. Inside. Here's Bull. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Clippers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. George dishes to Patterson. George against Green. And Ibaka kicks to Morris. And a deep 3 from George from beyond the arc, and then some. And now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Well, you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Millsap inside. Morris is there. To end the run, it's Bull top of the key. And the dirt by Bull.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George with the ball. Now Green defending, and JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Jackson against Murray. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Jokic has got 6.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the footage relayed to...
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They did give up a couple. And that.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Porter at the 3 spot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
Now Jackson. Kicks it to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Outside, Batum. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Zubac. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Clippers lead by 1. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Porter passes to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Batum passes to Leonard. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to go on Will Barton.
We are talking about a solid 230 pounds. Kawhi Leonard's strength and his frame allows him to get shots off under duress.
Wasted no time on that one. Porter's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Jackson against Murray. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Lays it up and banks it in. Murray's got 5 now.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Jackson looking it over. Leonard kicks to Jackson. Fires the 3. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Jackson. He's got 12. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Murray finds Gordon. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, sheer strength on these finishes. Aaron Gordon pushes through anything you might throw at him.
And Leonard has it in the corner. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Back to Murray. And he uses the glass on the layup. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Nobody near Leonard. No good on the three. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Batum with the steal. Here's Leonard. And he slams it down right on top of Michael Porter.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court he makes a lot of noise.
Murray against Jackson. Murray the pass to Jokic. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Denver shooting their first free throw of the game. And the technical free throw is good.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
On the wing, Porter. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. The kick out to Barton. Here's Jokic, and that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Bol, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Millsap comes in for Michael Porter. Green, he's checked in for Barton. And Morris subbed in for Murray. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jokic passes to Green. Now here's Millsap. Makes it off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
And with long arms and great strength, Millsap can make plays bigger than his actual size.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nuggets lead by 5. And time to step aside. Quick. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Patrick Beverly. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. George against Green. George dishes to Ibaka. Goes up on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And the wide open shot from Green. It's 3 pointers off the mark. Clippers trail by 5. Morris finds Patterson. And the wide open shot from Morris. No good from the wing. The Nugget shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. McGee, the pass to Morris. Back to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And he can do a lot more damage
to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And George gets it to go.
And that was from the parking lot. Paul George very assured from distance.
Morris against Beverly. Bull the pass to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Bull with it. Patterson's there. 4 on the clock. Green kicks to McGee. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
And here's George for 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Beverly the pass to George. From deep. Can't hit that one. And it's Denver the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The shot's good from McGee.
And offensively, they finally seem to be coming around after an ugly first half.
And Beverly kicks to George. From deep 3-point range. George missing again.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Green, no luck. Clippers trail by 6. And here's Morris for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
My goodness. Guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
Passes it to Green. Here is McGee. Defended by Ibaka. McGee the pass to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Denver needs to get off his shot. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Can't tie it up because that one's no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. George way outside. The 3-pointer no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here's Green. Bull. He hangs in there and cashes in on their second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
And George gets it to go.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Morris outside. Outside Green. Now here is Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Bull. The 11-footer. The rebound by Ibaka. And here is Los Angeles now. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. George against Millsap. Fires for 3. Outside for George. Morris outside. George looking around. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Murray. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to